Sir, shall we start?
Yes, we'll start now. Good evening, my dear students.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, then we will continue the lesson with our analytical essay writing topic. I think last night we were talking about the introduction and especially we focused our total attention on the formation of thesis statement. So I hope you have a very good understanding and a very good knowledge with regard to thesis statement. Then today we will focus on the total introduction. Then we will continue our work with the body part of the essay. That's what the plan that I have for you. So anyway, did you trial any of the topics with the total introductory paragraph last night or today? Have you produced a complete introduction? Don't think that thesis statement is introduction. Thesis statement is the ending sentence of the introduction. Introduction includes two components, two areas. One is the workable definition or a briefing, and the second one is the thesis statement. So there are two divisions inside the introductory paragraph. So have you written any complete introduction for the suggested topics which I gave you last night? How was the progress and how was your evaluation on that? Is it all right? Have you done that job and was it successful? Okay. So now we will focus our attention on body paragraph. Now, actually, what's your understanding regarding the body of an essay? What does it mean? What sort of picture that you have? Any opinions? Any ideas? Any kind of understanding? How are you going to develop the body part of the essay? What happens? What happens in the body paragraphs?
Focus to main idea.
Yes. You know, I might have sent you a small handout. So I have divided the essay into three areas. One is the analysis of the introduction that we have done. And now we have started the analysis of the body. Have you gone through that highlights? Did you go through the analysis of the body? And I have given some note for the students. Do you remember? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in brief, what can you say about the body? If I want to say, if you have a notepad with you, you may note it down. Body is the discussion part of the essay. Discussion part. Why do you say so? Why do you say the body of an essay is a discussion part? Huh? What is the background? Discussion part of the essay. What does it mean? In the thesis statement, we include key points or main ideas. So the job or the task at the hands of the essay writer is to take each main idea or the key point that is being included in the thesis statement and discuss it. Now, what do you mean by that discussion here? What's the real meaning of discussion? Any one of you can give me the answer? In the body paragraphs, what do you include? Let me know. In short, suppose you are this. Now you have started developing the body paragraphs one after the other. Then each of the body paragraph, what do you include? You have any idea? Tell me.
Shall I, sir?
Yeah. What do you include? Once again, please.
Explain the topic.
Yeah. How? So, what are included in your explanation? Or what should be included in your explanations? Okay. The exact answer is, in each of the body paragraph, there is a main idea, right? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. In one word, what I can say is, in each of the body paragraph, please do remember, or if you want, take it down, supporting details. That is the word you should know. Supporting details. Supporting details are there. The exact term is supporting details. So, supporting details should be presented under each main idea. There are supporting details. Those supporting details are presented one after the other. So here, as I told you, dear students, you must know before writing or before developing the body paragraph, the supporting details, presentation, supporting details, presentation methods or styles are there. If you follow those styles only, you can systematically present the supporting details in each of the body paragraphs. Do you have any idea on the supporting details, presentation methods or styles? Any one of you? Yes? If you have, please let me know. If not, okay, no problem. Let me know. Then I'll help you. Now, you are the person who are going to write the essay. So definitely there is a body. The body includes body paragraphs. Each body paragraph includes supporting details. The supporting details must be presented. How do you present the supporting details? Answer is, we apply or we strictly follow some supporting details presentation methods or styles. My question is, what are those supporting details presentation methods that you may be applying or using? Can you?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes.
First of all, prove the main idea.
Okay. Main idea is already there in the thesis statement, so you can bring it down. In the thesis statement, if you include or if you have included 3 main ideas, you will be taking the first main idea, isn't it? First main idea will be taken into the first body paragraph. After that, you say you are going to explain. Okay, how are you going to explain? With the supporting details. So supporting details must be presented, must be systematically given. So how are you going to present or express your supporting details? By following some styles and methods or without following the styles and methods? Huh? Feel free and ask your doubts and get clarifications. Yeah. Now the question is, what is the supporting details, presentation methods or styles that you are going to employ, that you are going to apply during the body paragraphs formation time? Do you have any idea on that, those methods or styles? That's what I want to know. If you have the idea, then we can go straight. Otherwise, I'll... Huh? Right. Anyway, now the dragging of the time makes me to talk about those supporting details, presentations, methods or styles. You know, the writing experts, they have the English experts, they have recommended some supporting details, presentation methods or styles. One such method is exemplification style. This is one of the styles, exemplification style. This is, we say, supporting detail presentation style or method. So if you want to present your supporting details according to the nature of the topic, mind it, according to the nature of the topic, you may choose the exemplification style. Exemplification style is one of the styles. So we may choose it. If the topic is suitable one, you may apply or you may use the exemplification style. So just note it down. If you get the idea, it's enough. Then we have another one. The second one is classification style. Classification. Classification style is another style which is used for the presentation of supporting details, in the body paragraphs. You are not applying any of these styles in the introductory paragraph, right? This job is only done in the body paragraphs. So I have given you two styles: exemplification, classification. Number 3 is compare or comparison and contrast style. Comparison or compare and contrast style. This is another one. The 4th one is cause and effect style. Cause and effect styles. These are some of the styles used or applied by essayists or the essay writers. Now, please keep in your mind, you must choose the best suitable style or the most suitable style as per the nature of the topic. Now, just for a practice, let's take the topics which I already given you and let me know which style will be more suitable. Now, last night there were 6 topics we discussed. Now, vandalism in Sri Lanka. Just imagine you have started writing your analytical essay on the topic vandalism in Sri Lanka. So, to support your argument, in your analytical essay, which will be the most suitable style? Which will be the most suitable style? Yes, I have already received an answer. What about others? Only 1 or 2 are actively participating. I feel sorry about others. For vandalism in Sri Lanka, what will be the most suitable style for us to apply? Dear student, please avoid your or keep your mute your mic and go for your personal business. Right. So for the vandalism in Sri Lanka, thank you very much for the suitable answer. Cause and effect will be the most suitable style to deal with vandalism, that topic. Right. Let's take the question, must be continued or not. What about this one? What sort of style you will be choosing and using? For topic number 2, free education must be continued or not. So what is the most suitable one? Most suitable one. Already there is an answer, correct answer. Free education must be continued or not. The highly suitable one is cause and effect. Number 3, the alarming rise on the road accidents in Sri Lanka. For this one, alarming rise on the road accidents in Sri Lanka. The most suitable one is again cause and effect. English medium must be introduced in all government sector schools in Sri Lanka. Justify. Here, indirectly, you have to think, yes, well done. In Sri Lanka, we have the vernacular schools, native schools. We have native schools, Sinhala medium schools and Tamil medium schools and English medium. So what is best is, now, although you talk about English medium must be introduced in all government sector schools in Sri Lanka, justify, the best option or the best style is the comparison and contrast style. Because you need to compare the native schools and the English medium schools. Right. Sri Lanka, a tourist paradise. What about this one? What is a suitable style for this? Yes, exactly. You need to apply the exemplification style here. Sri Lanka, a tourist paradise. You have to highlight lots of examples, district-wise or province-wise, and then the country-wise as the whole, and go on submitting your supporting details. Vegetarians live longer than the non-vegetarians. What about this? Topic number 6. What will be the most suitable style to deal with this topic? Huh? Yes, exactly. Comparison and contrast. Because you have two areas there. Vegetarians and non-vegetarians are there. So we can take that one. So now I can understand that you have understood the nature of the styles. So although we have several styles, these styles are called supporting details presentation styles. Right. So what is best to do now is we shall create an introductory paragraph first. We will choose a topic and we shall create an introductory paragraph first. Inside the introductory paragraph, we have a thesis statement. Inside the thesis statement, we have the main ideas or key points. Then we will take one single main idea from the thesis statement and we shall develop only one single body paragraph. And let's see how it works. How it works. All right. Are you okay? Right. So job number 1 is choosing a topic. Job number 2 is creating the introduction. Job number 3 is choosing one of the main ideas or the key points. Job number 4 is creating the first body paragraph. Shall we trial this? Okay. Are you ready for this task? Okay. Now, I still remember I suggested some time ago some topics. Same. Brain drain in Sri Lanka. Inflation or higher cost of living. Unemployment of youth. Globalization and its impacts. Environmental pollution. Global warming or climate change. Economic crisis in Sri Lanka. Road accidents on the rise in Sri Lanka. Cultural bankruptcy. Elephant-human conflict. War for the resources. Around 11 topics I have already suggested. So out of these 11 topics, shall we take brain drain in Sri Lanka? And shall we write an introductory paragraph first? Or do you want to choose another topic and trial? What's your opinion? Let me know and let's start the work right now. All right. So now students choose brain drain. So our first job is now the task number 1 is over. Topic is chosen. Then our first task now, it is something difficult to immediately go for the body paragraph without the introduction. So our preliminary job is to create the introduction or the introductory paragraph first, and then we shall think about the body paragraph. So don't forget, your introductory paragraph must include a workable definition or a briefing plus compulsorily a thesis statement. So time management also something so important. So what you need to do is first, now say the time is around 9:34, 35. So let's try our level best to take 5 minutes and create the introduction of the essay topic, brain drain. Shall we start? Even I am going to participate in this essay writing process. Okay. So now I leave it, the topic to you. Then you start your formation of the introductory paragraph, and we will see whether the introductory paragraph is successful or not. And then we can progress into the body paragraphs. Okay. Let's start the work. Come on, start. Okay, now it's time to start our discussion. So have you prepared your introduction? Was it possible for you? The introductory paragraph should not be so lengthy because there are only two components. One is a definition or briefing, and the other one is this is thesis statement. How is the condition? Once you have finished your formation or the writing of the introductory paragraph, you can share it. You can present it. Even others can listen or read. Okay. Who has done it? Because this time you are not producing only the thesis statement, you are producing a paragraph, right? Introduction. When the introduction goes wrong, then the total essay will be out. Okay, fine, well done. At the same time, you know, you must keep in your mind the introduction must be with two components. One is the definition, the other is the thesis statement. So the thesis statement should be in a single, including all the key points or main ideas, right? Then only it will be a successful one. At the same time, you must create the definition with your spontaneous language on your own in a natural manner. So there are very good introductory paragraphs. How about others? Otherwise, you can even share it as voice. Right. Since, okay, anybody wants to present it now? Because participants are highly interested to listen to each other, and there will be an interaction. I'd like you to have some interactions among ourselves. Who likes to present first? Not only the thesis statement, but also the workable definition all together as a whole, an introductory paragraph. Right. Anyway, I feel to share my one, which I have written right now. It's better to you to just listen to this and see whether it is matching and sound enough. Brain drain in Sri Lanka. Then see the way that I start the work and see the way that I have developed the definition and then the thesis statement. Right. The terminology brain drain refers to the migration of the academically and professionally well qualified, specialized and skilled labor force from the home country to another destination for various better prospects, full stop. This is what the definition which I have developed. You see, this is my first sentence. It is the workable definition. Shall I repeat it to you once again? The definition or the briefing on the topic. Listen to this carefully. The terminology brain drain to the migration of the academically well qualified, specialized and skilled labor force from the home country to another destination for various better prospects, full stop. Now, have you collected the ideas from the definition? How will you confirm that? How will you confirm that you have developed a workable definition? You have to ask internally in your mind, what is brain drain? What do you mean by brain drain? Then the sentence which is written by you at the very beginning should be the response to this. If the sentence becomes the response to the heading, then it is the definition. So we have to ask internally a question in our mind, what is brain drain? Then you check whether the first sentence that you have written is matching with the topic. What is brain drain? Then brain drain is the migration of the skilled labor force from the home country to another destination. So there is the answer. There is the response for the question. So this is not enough for the introductory paragraph. That is the first component. What is the next component? Huh? What is the next component? That is the thesis statement. Yes, thank you. Well done. So thesis statement is the continuation of the introductory paragraph that comes at the end of the paragraph, but it should be a single sentence, one sentence. Just look at this. In this context, brain drain in Sri Lanka has become a new trend. In this context, brain drain in Sri Lanka has become a new trend and inevitable one due to various socio-economic reasons. Socio-economic reasons which has caused adverse effects in the daily operations of the state and private sector engines that should be brought under control, with constructive, preventive and corrective measures that should be brought under control, and constructive, preventive and corrective measures must be introduced by the state with immediate effect. Full stop. So now you can see, you can understand the position of the writer, because thesis statement is the position of the writer or the stand of the writer. As a summary, the writer does not want the brain drain to continue. He or she like it. There should be a full stop for this. Right. So now the total introductory paragraph is presented to you. Now I shall read the total introduction or the introductory paragraph once again totally. So listen carefully. Brain drain in Sri Lanka. The terminology brain drain refers to the migration of the academically and professionally well qualified, specialized and skilled labor force from the home country to another destination for various better prospects. In this context, brain drain in Sri Lanka has become a new trend. A new trend and inevitable one due to various socio-economic reasons which has caused adverse effects in the daily operations of the state and private sector engines that should be brought under control, and constructive, preventive and corrective measures should be introduced by the state with immediate effect. Full stop. Now this is the total introductory paragraph. Now, have you received an image or a picture about the topic now? Huh? This is what just I have written. Because I just imagine that I am writing an essay. So the first task is over now. So next job, what's our next plan? Now, based on this introductory paragraph, we should develop our body or the body paragraphs. So you have to identify the very first main idea, in the thesis statement. What's the first main idea in the thesis statement? Have you identified? You see, in this context, brain drain in Sri Lanka has become a new trend and inevitable one due to various socio-economic reasons, right? With that point, the first main idea is there. In short, in a simple language, you can say, now your discussion point is reasons for the brain drain. There is a main idea inside the thesis statement. It's about, the writer says, there are number of reasons for the brain drain. So what is your duty now? You must take this main idea in the very first paragraph of the body and discuss. What you have to do? You have to discuss in your first body paragraph. Yeah, the main idea. What is the main idea? The reasons for the brain drain. The writer says there are socio-economic reasons. That is the main idea. So our duty here is to present you have to present your supporting details relevant to the main idea. Shall we trial now? Shall we take another 5 minutes and develop the first body paragraph relevant to this main idea? Can you? Shall we? Okay, on the spot, right now. Okay, take another 5 minutes and try to develop the first body paragraph based on the reasons for the brain drain situation in the country. Okay. All right. I think your students, how about your progress, and were you able to write the very first the body paragraph? Was it easy or was it difficult for you to manage? Now, what we have taken is the very first main idea or the key point of the thesis statement. The main idea is the reasons for the brain drain. But you know, it's good, but at the same time, we have to manage the time also. Now, totally, you may spend around 15 to 20 minutes for the essay writing. If you take more time, that will damage the answering time of the other questions. So best is to manage the time. Body paragraph, because I have already written. I just finished now. While you people were writing your own body paragraph, I also joined in the process. Okay. Who likes to present it? You have to keep the main idea in your mind and then continue with the supporting details. Right. Now, since there are students still preparing or still progressing in their writing, I wish to share my one just to give you a model. So just listen to me carefully and see, and you compare with your one. It's better. Even though we have a series of socio-economic reasons for the brain drain in Sri Lanka, according to the recent reports, news coverages and incidents, many hundreds of thousands of many hundreds of thousands of Sri Lankan professionals like doctors, surgeons, engineers, lawyers, and specialized people of different fields and trades have gone out of the country without the prior approval and information to their employers or the government. Full stop. See the way of starting. Once again, even though we have a series of socio-economic reasons for the brain drain in Sri Lanka, according to the recent reports, news coverages and incidents, many hundreds of thousands of Sri Lankan professionals like doctors, surgeons, engineers, lawyers, and specialists of different fields and trades have gone out of the country with and without the prior approval and information to their employers or the government. Full stop. The principal reason revealed is the unbearable economic burden. The unbearable economic burden caused by the local circumstances, such as the sky-high cost of living, the new taxation policy of the government on the earnings of the workers. Full stop. Once again, I read the first reason. The principal reason revealed is the unbearable economic burden caused by the local circumstances, such as the sky-high cost of living, new taxation policy of the government on the earnings of the workers. That's the first reason. The second most important cause, the deduction and reduction of the facilities and incentives given to the public and corporate sector servants. The second most important cause is the deduction and reduction of the facilities and incentives given to the public and
corporate sector servants. That is the second reason. Next, the provision of the no pay leave. Next, the provision of the no pay leave for the public servants to attract dollars to the country to overcome the severe dearth of the dollar issue. That's all. This is the first body paragraph of my essay. I also wrote it in about 5 minutes, and I was waiting for your answer. Now, some of you have already tried. Anyone of you who is ready, and have you followed my very first in the body paragraph?
Excuse me, sir. Sound is.
Have you collected some idea from this? Shall I read it? Yes? Can you hear me?
No, sir. Not clear, sir.
Right. Is that so? I see. Okay. Now, is it all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, shall I read that paragraph once again, or have you collected the ideas? Now, you see, what I have done is, dear students, first we developed the thesis statement there. In the thesis statement, there are key points or main ideas. What I have done is, I have taken the first main idea, and developed the first body paragraph based on it. But even this is a single paragraph, but if you wish, you can continue this as another subparagraph. There's no any concrete rules saying that one main idea should be concluded with one single paragraph. No, there's no any such rule. Even one main idea can be discussed in 2-3 paragraphs. but we have to think about the time and management of the time. Otherwise, we will miss the other questions. Anyway, this is what the first paragraph, body paragraph, which is relevant to the first main idea or the key point. Then what do you do next? You have to take the second key point in the thesis statement. The second key point is, you see, brain drain has caused adverse effects in the daily operations of the state and private sector engines. What the short summary, what the main idea? The second key point is the adverse effect of brain drain. What kind of impacts, what kind of what do you call damages have been done, right? What sort of damages are being done by this brain drain issue? That is the second key point, the second main idea. Then what you want to do is you have to develop the second body paragraph based on key point. Is it clear? Now, if you understand the first key point and the way that I have used to develop the very first body paragraph, right? Then there is no any difficulties in developing the second, third, likewise. So what we want to do is next, we have already identified the second main idea, that is adverse effects, the critical damages, the damages which are being done by this brain drain situation. So we can develop another paragraph, I mean the second body paragraph, based on this main idea. Shall we trial it now? Or can you trial it? I'm ready. What shall we do? Are you ready to prepare or create the second body paragraph based on the second main idea? Shall we? Or can you? Or do you feel that you want to take it as a home assignment? I'm ever ready for this. Because I always enjoy learning together with my students. When you create your own paragraph, I too join and create my one. And then I want to share it. That's what, that is the learning experience which we can create among us. Shall we? Are you ready? To take up this assignment? There is no any voice, any response. Why? Right. So we will take another 5 minutes and we will create the necessary and the relevant second body paragraph for the adverse effects. Right. you start the work. I too join. All right. Now it's high time because time is a key factor. Anyway, what I have done is I have just written a piece of the second body paragraph of the second main idea. I don't know, what have you done? Were you able to create your one? Yes or no? No any response. I don't know why. If you have difficulties or problems, please let me know. I'm here to help you. Right. Anyway, just before we close today's session, I just want to share my one. Just listen to me. Indeed, it is an undeniable fact that the mass brain drain has brought a huge damage and disaster in almost all the functions of the state engine. First sentence. The very first effect is the opportunity cost that the country has to incur. Because the government made a large-scale investment on the education and production of professionals to serve the nation and its public. Who paid the tax for the free education? But the real persons who planted the tree and watered it is not reaping the harvest. For instance, in the health sector, several hospitals, divisions, and units have been closed due to the departure of the medical experts. This is just an example. In this scenario, you can understand the way that the writer is taking forward each main idea. So I feel I'm sorry, I can't give you the complete body paragraphs today because of the time limitations. Anyway, if you find some leisure time or free minutes, you people can trial this. You can see whether you are able to produce the complete paragraphs of the body. And then even you can share it with me, and then I may go through them and give you my feedback. Even if time permits, okay, tomorrow I will try to complete the total body paragraphs, and if possible, hand out and try to send it to you. Because I always wish to the fresh creations. I would like to keep fresh creations rather than photocopies or the cut and paste, because it is not, it has to be a genuine work. So it is better to write. You may go through samples, but when you write some answers, it should be your own one. It should be
your brainchild. It should be your own thoughts and ideas. Then only it will be first class. So I hope you might have collected some lessons and some ideas from today's session. For me, or
Okay. Good night and see you again. Thank you very much for joining. Best of luck.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Okay, good night.